I've had quite a few people ask me for my meatloaf recipe, and today I'm making meatloaf, so I thought I'd share with you guys how I make it. We start off with some ground beef, and then we're gonna add an egg, some black pepper, some salt, and then you can do breadcrumbs or you can take saltine crackers and crumble them up, and we're gonna use those. Then we're gonna add a chopped onion and some tomato sauce. And now we're gonna go in here with our hand and mix this together. And I don't know if you guys know or not, but the Amish that I grew up with, which is the Swarth and Trooper Amish, always serve this for their wedding supper. When they have weddings, it starts at 8 in the morning and doesn't end till midnight, so they have lunch, supper, and a midnight dinner. And this meatloaf is their main meat for the supper, and they make pans and pans full of it in the afternoon, because most Swarth and Trooper Amish weddings have a couple hundred people. Now once you have all of that mixed together, put it into your loaf pan, or if you want to do it the way the Amish do it, just put it into a regular cake pan, because we never made it in a loaf pan. You want to make sure you pack it in there very well. And my mom always taught me to cut my meatloaf before I bake it, but if you do this in a loaf pan, I would not recommend cutting it before baking it. And we're gonna set this aside, and we're gonna get a smaller bowl, and we're gonna dump the rest of our tomato sauce in there. And we're gonna add some mustard to that, and some white vinegar, some brown sugar. You can also substitute this with honey or maple syrup or molasses, some water, and some Worcestershire sauce. And now we're gonna whisk all of that together until it's all mixed together. Once you have that all whisked together, we're gonna pour it over our unbaked meatloaf. Now we stick this in the oven and bake it. And while this is baking, you can occasionally baste it with some of the extra sauce that's in the pan if you want to. This is done now. I just pulled it out of the oven. We're gonna take a piece out. This is what it looks like. Let's take a bite and see if it's any good. That tastes like I'm at a wedding. It is so delicious. What they have to go with this meatloaf at their wedding suppers is usually the homemade egg noodles that I made in a video a while ago. And if you want this full meatloaf recipe, it is under meatloaf in my Amish cookbook if you click the website link on my profile. Enjoy!